The way that losing weight works, and honestly, even more general types of self improvement, is that people will generally be very supportive of your efforts to improve until they start actually working and until you actually get serious about that. Then you become an extremist. You become an enemy. You become a weirdo. You become, oh my God, why are you not going out with us? Oh my God, why are you so obsessed? This is not healthy for you. Especially, man, if you start to do something more that's considered a bit more extreme for today's standards, right? For example, with me, it was fasting, right? That's how I lost over 30 pounds at this point with intermittent. I don't know if I should call it intermittent fasting or one meal a day, but that's most of the days I eat only one meal a day. And when you start doing that in a day and age where everyone's just eating all the time and food's just so widely available, and we're so indoctrinated all of our lives to just, oh, you have to eat 3 meals a day, oh, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and yada yada yada. When we grew up being indoctrinated by that, so when you stop eating, people get very concerned and people start thinking it's very weird, and you become kind of a social outcast, right? I remember the story, this experience that I had at one of my previous jobs when I started doing this whole thing of one meal a day, is that, well, suddenly I'm not eating lunch anymore, and suddenly, and people start noticing. It's like, Giro, why the fuck are you not eating lunch, man? And I was like, nah, it's this diet that I'm doing. I'm trying it out. I like fasting. It's good for your health. I'm doing that, and I think it's cool. And they're like, ah, cool, man. Yeah, that's interesting. Cool, good for you. And then one day, my boss calls me into a meeting, one on one, and I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? And this guy just that straight up looks at me in the eye, that serious, and goes like, "Okay, bro. Some people are concerned that you're only eating one meal a day. Is everything okay? Is it like a financial problem? Is everything going well at home?" And I'm like, I was shocked. I was shocked by the whole situation because holy shit, I'm doing something that's not even that crazy. Like I'm not doing multiple day fasts. I'm not just like not drinking water or anything like that and doing dry fasting. I'm just like eating one meal a day, which for most of humanity's history, right? If you think about all of our ancestors, they didn't have widely available amounts of food. So you would eat as much as you could right now when you found some food, when you hunt an animal, and then next time you would eat is like next time you found an animal. That could be a day from now. That could be 3 days from now. But fasting was also always something that we did throughout human history, right? So it's not even something that extreme. So, but my point is, it worked for me, right? I've lost weight. I got in better shape. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I haven't weighted this much since before 2021, 2022. I feel the best I've ever felt. I have the more energy I've ever had. I feel sharper than I ever felt, smarter than I ever was, and all of that is because of fasting. And the thing is that it's normal that people don't understand what you're doing, right? It's normal that people don't understand what you're doing. And most of the times they're not going to approve and they're not going to support you. But if you need other people's validations to do the things that you want to do, you're never going to do anything. Like I think one of the big hurdles that people have probably with diets, it's not even the diet itself, is just the people around them, right? Because, well, you are the only one in your house, for example. Let's say you live with your parents. That was my situation for a long time, right? I'm going to go back to live with them, but now the next few weeks. But that growing up, every time I wanted to lose some weight because I hated myself because I was always an overweight kid, every time I wanted to lose some weight, it was an uphill battle because I wasn't the one cooking my food. I wasn't the one paying for the food. I wasn't the one, prepping the meals and offering me food and offering me stuff. And I didn't have the willpower, I didn't have the discipline, and I did not have the maturity to be able to deal with that. So what happened is that I would just eat whatever the fuck people gave me all the time at whatever quantities they would. And the moment I started trying to eat a little bit less, people would be like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You eat more. Eat more. It's good for you. You're growing up. You're still young." And yada yada yada. It's like I don't think that's the case. I think I've already hit puberty. It's like I'm not going to grow any taller. My mom used to always say that at some point, oh no, you're going to have a growth spur and you're going to lose all that weight. I'm still waiting for that shit, and I'm like almost 24. Uh, but if you try to get other people's validations to do the things that you're doing, even this thing that I'm doing right now here, right? A lot of people know that I have a YouTube channel. People are generally supportive of the fact that I have a YouTube channel. But the moment I start talking about making this my career, you can see the eyes rolling, right? You can see people being skeptical. And oh, you know what? Fair enough. You don't have to convince anyone. They don't have to understand what you're doing. What matters is that you understand what you're doing and that you know that you're doing something that works for you and that's something that actually speaks to you. And it's another good thing is to just not try to convince people of anything. Like at some point at the beginning, when people would ask me, why do you eat only one meal a day? I would give them an actual, like, a full actual answer of like, oh, all those benefits and it's really good and this diet, but yada, yada, yada. And then people would ask me, it's like, no, how do you do it? How do you do with the hunger and blah, 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 blah. At some point, unless it's a close friend of mine and I know that the person actually wants to know the answer, I just reply with like, yeah, I'm built different. Yeah, I just do it because it's fun, because I have mental problems. Like I just give them like a non-answer. It's like, oh no, I like it. I feel good about it. Right? If you're in a professional scenario, someone asks you, it's like, oh, why are you doing that? Oh man, because I like it and I feel good doing that. That's kind of it. That ends the conversation right there. If it's a good friend of mine or someone that actually wants to know, sure, you can explain, but don't try to convince people of supporting you, because that's not how it works, right? You have to do your work and you have to let the benefits speak for yourself, right? When you start improving yourself and the people start thinking you're too extreme, it's like, well, let them go, man. It's like, do you want to be close to people that are going to wear you down? Do you want to be close to people that are going to just pull you down and never be supportive of anything you do? That's not the kind of people I want to be around. So that's it's even better for me if they fuck off. It's even better for me if they disappear from my life because they think I'm doing something too extreme. It's like, well, go on then. I'll find people that understand me, and I'll find people that are going to support me and going to maybe even join me on this journey, right? That's why I think the internet can be such a powerful tool of finding like-minded individuals, okay? That's why I have a community. If you want to take a look at the link in the description, that's why I have a community to join like-minded people, right? So your family might think you're weird. Your family might disown you. That's what I said in the title. But this will get you in the best shape of your life, right? The fasting, the dieting, the self-improvement, all those things, they will, it's impossible. You stop eating, you start losing weight, right? You start fasting, you start losing weight. It's inevitable. It's thermodynamics, right? It's calories in, calories out. If you're not losing weight and you think you're in a calorie deficit, you're not in a calorie deficit. It's that simple. It's a very intuitive way of doing things, right? You can keep eating mostly of the things that you like to do, and you're still going to lose weight. Okay, so that's all for today's video, guys. See you guys next time. Cheers. God bless.